Here with a look at XRP, we're going to go over some breakouts here going on right now. We had a fake out up here, right up in this zone right here, that ended up sucking the whole way back down in there, and then we ended up beating around in here a little bit. Have gotten a breakout of resistance here. All right, this yellow overhead line. We're going to take a look at some price targets here in a second. I do want to come over here and show you Bitcoin. Got some interesting stuff going on in here, right? We come out here. Let's go out in the daily here. All right, we are coming up here to this yellow overhead resistance. All right, I'm expecting this to break and for Bitcoin to head up towards 96 to 99,000. That is going to tell a huge story. All right, if we come back out here on a monthly and take a look at this chart, number one, you'd be looking for a 1618 for a price target, right off of that prior top over here in 2021. We've hit that. All right, 101, 102. This thing went up to, I believe, 109, right around there. All right, so we got that. Number two, you'd be looking for 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we got that. All right, the question is, inside of this 5th wave, has it completed a 5-wave structure inside there? That is the question that I am really taking a pretty hard look at here. Now, this could have one more push to the upside. You could end up having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, excuse me, and one more push up here towards 129, or this has completed its 5 waves in here and it's coming in for an ABC. Okay, ABC at the end of a run, typically that's when our alt season would you'd expect it to start kicking into gear here, right? What's going to tell the big story is when Bitcoin gets back up in to this blue box, all right, up to 99.6. You know, we get a breakthrough 102, 102.4. Pretty safe bet saying we're probably heading up towards that 130 mark, and that could be our 5th wave. Or if it gets rejected here, you could be looking at something along the lines of this right here, A, B, C. Right, ABCs, that's when our alt seasons tend to take place. What would that do? That would fill this fair value gap and pull this down to about 66.5, all right, for an ABC correction. Now, that, like I said, that's going to tell the whole story here once it gets up towards this 99. Is that the end or not? Okay, if we come over here to XRP, something I find pretty interesting, though, is we have the total, this is the total 3 breaking out of this falling wedge, the total 2 breaking out of a falling wedge, and the total market cap breaking out of a falling wedge. We have all 3 of these breaking out of a falling wedge. So maybe Bitcoin does have that one last push up here, right, up towards that 130. And as far as XRP goes, this on a daily chart, you can see the break of resistance right here. All right, we had this numerous touches up through here. It has broke it and retested. All right, now you would expect obviously a move to start to the upside. Big area for this to take out is right up here at that 290 mark. All right, that's where we got that rejection before. That is going to be a big area here. So we're going to put a block up in here. Right, this is going to be a big zone that is going to have to be taken out. You know, and if we take that out, you know, the next target is up at 438 for XRP. The daily RSI rolling over. Okay, kind of correcting right now. Does this pull back down to this trend line before it takes off? We'll just have to see. Could be getting an ABC in here. Let's take a measurement of that. All right, zoom right in. Right here is what we want to look at. Where are we at as far as Fibonacci levels? Right on that 618. Okay, so does this ABC down to about 227? Or does it take off from here? Right, that's going to be a big thing here. Okay, if we get rejected here, if it fails to break up through this area right up in here, all right, then we could be looking at a pullback down towards that 227 mark. All right, that would be your ABC. Okay, yeah, 227, 226. Very, very possible, right? Especially with this daily RSI rolling over. Right, you got your weekly. Weekly looks pretty decent, and your monthly. Monthly looks very good too. All right, your 12-hour rolling over. Okay, kind of looking like it, right? Looking like it wants to ABC here. So don't be shocked. Do not be shocked. Like I said, this could pull down. Let's put a price mark there. Price label, very, very possible. You know, if it comes down here, watch for 227 to be a bottom. That could be a very good spot for a long position if this comes down there. Let's get this tight up against there one more time. It could change just a hair here, maybe. I want this as perfect as I can get it because I will be watching very intently if this gets rejected here. Right back down on top. What is that? Let me get that Discord off there. I apologize. Got some trades going on in at 226.84. You know, right around there. Right? That could very well be a target here for this. You know, keep an eye on this area. Definitely. Especially if it fails to get up through 252. All right, if it fails, if it doesn't make a run back up there and just starts rolling over, look for a bottom around 226. Okay, and that would be an ABC correction, and then look out. This thing should really start picking up steam. You know, and once we get back up to this area, back up 276 to 290, that's another big area to take out. That's where we got rejected before here, right up in this zone. Right up through here. All right, so that would be a big spot there too. So keep an eye on these areas right here to break at 252 and look towards 276 to 294. We get through there and up towards that $4 mark would be the next area to keep an eye on. Okay, Bitcoin obviously will probably have a lot to play in this. I see this thing breaking and heading up here, right? Does it break through and correct first, pull back, and then head up? That's time will tell. But if you come in on a 4-hour on Bitcoin, you can see here it's working on a fifth wave, which is going to put it right up in that breakout area. All right, your 1618, 90,165. That is going to... And hit that like and subscribe, guys, and sign up for that level 3 membership. Come join us in Discord and start trading. We have this alt season coming, and going to be a lot of money to be made. We have 175 members in there, and you get 10 hours of videos to teach how to start using all of these tools. Everything I use in the videos, you get 10 hours of videos, over 20 videos in there for $15 to watch and start learning yourself. All right, that is a huge thing. You definitely want to teach yourself to learn these charts. No better person than yourself to trust, right? That's for sure. And learning is, it's a skill that just, you know, you wish you could go to college for it, right? I mean, it definitely costs you in the end, no question about it. You pay for your education for trading, no doubt about it. But right now we are in a Caspa short over there in Discord. It's doing something similar to what XRP did. Right up in, it's working a 5-wave down. All right, maybe it's on the daily. You can see this a little bit better. But Caspa is doing the same exact thing right now. It's working a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down right now. That's what we're in over there. Come join us, guys. I'm telling you, $15 is nothing to make back. Not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but I think you'll like it a lot. All right, like I said, we have a lot of good traders over there. And a big shout out to the members. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are the best. You keep me doing this every single day, and I can't thank you enough. We have the total market cap of crypto breaking out of this wedge. We have the total 2 breaking out of the falling wedge. And we have the total 3 breaking out of a falling wedge. All right, so this market's it's about time it gets going here pretty soon. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. Please hit that like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching my channel, and I'll talk to you soon.